Yo, we are back in After Effects, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to create this crazy particle explosion effect right here. It looks super insane and it is low-key easy to do, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. But before going into the actual video, I'd just like to announce my new pack, which is Essential FX V2. I just dropped it yesterday and it is absolutely going crazy already. People are actually loving it, and it comes with 40 plus preset in there, of course, ranging from FX, transition, all that good stuff. If you don't already know, I had the V1 of this and that shit also blew up, so I decided to make a V2, but even better. So if you want to check it out, I'll link in the description. But without wasting any more time, let's just get into the video. So in my timeline, you can see I have these two clips right here which we're gonna add the effect on. So firstly in here, what we're gonna do actually is duplicate our second clip where I want the effect to happen. So around like here, I'll duplicate this and then select my roto brush tool and quickly rotoscope out my subject right here. Then now after you rotoscope out your subject something like this, selecting the roto, just duplicate it by hitting Ctrl D, and in this duplication right here which is in the middle, this is the clip where we're gonna add the particles in. So we're just gonna name it something like you can name it like particles, and then you can turn on your background. You can name the background BZ and the roto to roto, of course. Turn all of those on, and firstly in this particle layers, what we're gonna add is CC ball action. This is the sauce right here which we're gonna use to make all the particle explosion. So after you add it, it will look something like a Minecraft type of shit, but we will actually play with the scatter, so like scatter it around. So as you can see it on the real time, then you can just hit the stopwatch in setting, go to the end and just like bring up the scatter so it goes into max right there. Then of course you can easily use those keyframes, go into graph, and in value graph right here, make a graph like this. Yeah, that looks pretty smooth right there. Then now if you turn on our background layer and our main layer, main roto, you can see we have the particle floating around. Maybe you can always play around by like copying this CC ball action and duplicating a background layer, then adding into the background layer. It will give a lot more particles, but I don't know if you are going for that look. But I really think this also looks really hard, not gonna lie. Then I actually forgot to mention this is one of the preset from my Essential FX, of course. So if I open up my like user preset and go into Essential FX V2 and scroll down where it says particle roto, if I show you, like if I duplicate this shit and show you right here, where is it, particle roto right here, add it in the dupe layer, you can see it is like a preset already made in there. This of course looks dope with the background clip on it. So if I add it on the background clip, you can see it looks magical right there. But yeah, I'm just showing you how to create it on this tutorial. But if you want to automate that process, of course use my Essential FX. I'll link it in the description. But anyways, I guess let's just take this ball CC ball action and hide this particle layer one and duplicate this background one, and I'm gonna add it on the background because in this case I guess background one looks the perfect for me, not gonna lie. So yeah, you can bring up the spacing of everything and particle size and shit to get a unique look. But yeah, I guess that looks super hard right there. Then of course what I like to add with this is a glow. So for that I'll be using optical glow right here. Bring up the size and bring up the highlights only. Then go to alpha channel and set it to extended all mode and lower it down. That's low-key too much, bro. Maybe I'm gonna go into the graph and fix the graph so it is like hella tight. And yeah, I guess that looks super dope for me right now. What you can do is go into outer tint and add a green tone right here. And one more thing you can add to top it all off is a warp chroma. This is one of the sauce that I use on the pack as well. And bring up the G dist in the opposite one and bring up the steps and keyframe it so it like goes to like a little less of amount, so something like this. Then you can easily use those keyframe, of course, make a similar graph in here. And yeah, that's definitely looks super smooth after that. One more thing you can do, I'm gonna just delete this particle once, but one more thing you can do is hide both of these and select your background clip, which is this one, and just go to the tracker and just hit track camera, go to advanced, set it to detailed analysis, so it like tracks our camera and gives the data to us. So what it will do is like make the particle feel real and make it feel like it's actually on the scene. Then after that you can see all of these track points in your scene. I'm gonna select a stable one in the background, so somewhere around here, and right click, create solid and camera. And we don't really need the solid, so we're gonna hide that one, but bring up our roto and the particle layers. And now if you actually play through, you can see the particle is tracked to output is something like there. Maybe what you can do is bring up the opacity in a background clip, go over to the end and lower it down as it goes to emphasize that like the particle. But yeah, it's all your choice, to be honest. Like, do whatever you want from now, like go ahead and mess around everything. But now lastly, to top it all off, I'm gonna pre-comp all of these. So right click pre-comp, and then of course I'm gonna go to my Essential FX free tool and add the Asim warp distort right here. Just line up the keyframes of it, so it just like happens at the right time right here. And now if you play through, you can see we have this crazy distort in there. It looks insane. Like, this is one of my favorite presets right now for sure. But to go with it, you can add like another adjustment layer and use something like a framer floor at the beginning to add some like framers in there, which will look even harder. So all of those flashes, and it goes into the actual like the effect. Then now if you play through after Essential FX right there, that looks super insane. So as I said, Essential FX is truly goated, and yeah, it is linked in the description. So yeah, but anyways, with that, I guess we are done with this effect right here, and our final effect looks something like this. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. But I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.